really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. Yeah, about to see it shine, 'cause we're golden.
Hi guys, welcome back to Think ICO. This is Tapas, and today I'm going to talk about an exciting ICO which is called Darico. Now before I start, here's a small disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. The views expressed in this video are my own. This is not a legal or a financial advice. I recommend you to do your own research and use your own discretion before investing. Now, coming on to Darico, let's see what Darico stands for. Darico stands for Decentralized, Asset-Backed, Return-Focused, Investment-Grade Coin. I know it's quite complex, but I'm going to dissect it layer by layer in this video so you understand what Darico ICO is all about. So Darico is an investment grade coin which is going to be backed by Bitcoin, Ethereum and gold. So actually what the management of Darico is going to do is they are going to use the funds raised through the ICO and they are going to buy Bitcoins, Ethereum and gold, and these three assets will drive the price of the Darico coin. So it's not a coin on its own, it's backed by these three assets, so to say. It is one coin which will have investment spread, so the idea is that it should reduce the risk and also it will create a high value because as we all know, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the most valuable cryptocurrencies and gold always remains a high value, high demand asset. And this makes it unlike any other cryptocurrency because usually if you go and buy a brand new cryptocurrency, it has no value of its own and it is not backed by any assets. So this makes Darico very unique. 240 million Daricos will be created, so it is going to have a limited supply. Just like Bitcoin, it will be limited in number, and there are only so many Darico coins that will be created over a period of time. And it's going to be backed by Ethereum in a sense that it is going to use the same mechanism on the blockchain as Ethereum does, and in fact it is developed on Ethereum blockchain. And also investors will receive additional coins over a period of time from auto mining. We will talk about all of this in the later part of this video. Now let's start by reviewing what's the problem with most new cryptocurrencies. As I said, most cryptocurrencies are not backed by any assets, and many of these cryptocurrencies develop their own blockchain algorithm which takes a while to prove its reliability and acceptance. Liquidity remains a problem with most cryptocurrencies unless and until they are one of those top 10 cryptocurrencies. It's most likely that your cryptocurrency would end up staying in the wallet forever unless and until you decide to sell it. Even if you want to sell it, you have to go to an exchange, and there are very few exchanges who would trade in them. So low liquidity remains a problem, especially if it's a new cryptocurrency. Low acceptance, as we all know that Bitcoin and Ethereum are widely accepted in the market. There are several web stores where you can buy things using Bitcoin and Ethereum, and also nowadays you can find ATMs where you can withdraw cash from even if you have your money stored in the form of a Bitcoin or an Ethereum. So but that remains a problem with most new cryptocurrencies. Their acceptability remains very low, and in the same manner they are extremely volatile, so they are driven by rest of the market. especially Bitcoin. So if the price of Bitcoin goes up, they will see minor change or minor appreciation in their value. But if the market is doing really, really bad, they hold no value whatsoever. And of course, it takes a long time for these currencies to get established and to get to gain that kind of traction as the Bitcoin has. So that remains a concern among many new investors, and also the miners, because if you are one of those people who want to mine a cryptocurrency, you would be only interested if you get a high return on investment. I mean, why would you want to invest on expensive equipments and pay energy bills if you are not able to recover your money? So this remains a problem with most cryptocurrencies, and I think that's where Darico is different. Darico is going to invest the money received from ICOs in on Ether, gold, and Bitcoin. So the composition is going to be 35% investment in gold, 55% in Bitcoin, and 10% on Ether. Why only these assets? Let's have a look. So first is Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin is an important currency? Well, firstly, it's the first cryptocurrency ever, and it set the benchmark for all the cryptocurrencies in the market. In fact, it established the crypto market, and because of its track record, it is considered as safe and reliable. Its algorithm is proven, and it's acceptable widely, including online stores, and there are also several ATMs where you can exchange your Bitcoin for a cash. That makes Bitcoin very liquid, which obviously increases the demand for Bitcoin. It has the highest market capitalization. So as of December 2017, its market capitalization is $180 billion, which comprises of about 50% of the entire crypto market. And it is speculated that it can hit a $500,000 mark by 2030. Now that's only an estimate. It's likely that it can happen sooner because the way the price of Bitcoin is shooting up, obviously it'll see some volatility over a period of time, but it's likely that it's going to hit a $500,000 mark sooner than 2030. Now let's talk about Ether. Well, it's the second largest cryptocurrency after Bitcoin. It is highly liquid and it has high acceptability, and it's not just a currency, but it also acts as a development platform for other blockchains and cryptocurrencies. It provides capability to build smart contracts and proof of work, and it has a very strong support from the development communities and large companies. There are companies like Toyota and Microsoft and many others which are now investing in Ether and helping the platform evolve and then grow further. And that's why it is also known as the cryptocurrency of future. Now let's look at gold. Of course, gold does not need any introduction. It has been the most valuable metal for centuries, and it is considered as a tangible asset, which is unlike other currencies. In fact, it backs most of the fiat currencies, and it is extremely liquid. So if you have gold, you can just go and exchange it for whichever currency you like, and the transaction is instant. It has been the investment of choice during the unstable times, so especially during war and recession, and that's because it has low volatility and it has a negative correlation with other currencies. Now let's talk about the negative correlation. Most cryptocurrencies, as we all know, are extremely volatile and they have a positive correlation. So in that sense, if the price of Bitcoin and Ether is going up, then other cryptocurrencies follow that pattern. But Gold follows the opposite pattern because whenever there is uncertainty in the market, people withdraw all their money from paper-based investments and put the money in gold. So when the markets are volatile, the price of gold goes up. And because Darico is going to put a proportion of their money into gold, it makes the currency very, very stable. And this is very good for investors because the portfolio of Darico will be spread out and there's going to be a good hedge against the risks. Another component of Darico is auto mining. So the investors will get access to the auto mining feature which Darico is bringing in, and I think this is an extremely attractive proposition which Darico is bringing to its investors. So Darico will set up its auto mining farm, and out of 280 million coins, only 60 million will be sold through ICO, and rest of the coins will be mined over the 18 years. And these mined coins will be spread or distributed among the investors who have initially invested in Darico. Now, the condition is that the investor should have at least 1,000 Daricos in their wallet, and the mined coins will be proportionally distributed among all the investors periodically. This will, of course, increase the asset holding of the investors. So not only will the price of Darico coin will go up as the value of Bitcoin and Ether goes up, but they will also receive more and more coins over a period of time, which gives them an extra benefit. Now let's look at some of the other features of Darico coin. We have already talked about the auto mining feature. The investors can keep the coins in Ether wallet, which is ERC20 compliant, for example my Ether wallet, but the investors will also get access to Darico wallet, which is going to be linked to auto mining. So the amount of funds the investors will hold in Darico wallet will entitle them for the new coins which will be mined. And of course it's going to be tradable in most exchanges. Darico will also introduce its own debit card, which will make using Darico very, very simple. Now let's jump on the ICO itself. So in December they have the pre-ICO phase, and in this pre-ICO they are going to sell about 3 million Daricos. In January they will begin with actual ICO, and the idea is that between pre-ICO and ICO they want to sell about 60 million coins. The investors will receive the allocated funds in Ether wallets which are ERC20 compliant, for example my Ether wallet. Now let's look at the team. So this is the team, and I want to focus on the founder and CEO, Mr. Mujatab Asadia. He is the founder and CEO of Darico. I looked at his LinkedIn profile and he has got a lot of experience in the investment banking, and he has been a founder and CEO of several other companies in past, so that makes him an eligible person to run an ICO such as this one. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the verdict. Business model. I think they have a very good business model and a very good thought process around this coin. So they want to invest in Bitcoins, Ether and gold and create a currency which is backed by some substantial assets. So that's why I'm going to give it a score of 9. Growth potential. I think the growth is going to be phenomenal because it's backed by Bitcoin, Ethereum and gold. So with the increase in price of Bitcoin, the price of Darico is bound to go up. Team, I think they have got an amazing team. The CEO and founder himself has got a lot of experience. He has been at a senior positions in several companies. He has been a founder of many companies, and he has got great experience in investment banking and financial sector. So that makes a great team. Feasibility, of course, I think the feasibility of this project is great, and it's a pretty simple idea, but it's going to bring in a lot of benefits to its investors. So that makes it an overall score of 9 out of 10. So here was my view on Darico Coin. I hope you liked it, and if you've liked it,